Hey everybody, Nightmare on Kelp Street back. I'm gonna keep this one pretty quick and short because it's actually so hot out today. This is my second take trying to film this video. My phone overheated trying to film less than 15 minutes of this video. So I'm gonna keep it pretty short and sweet. I'm doing a wrap-up, Friday wrap-up today so I can give myself time tomorrow to listen to all the Friday drops. I'm filming this as of August 15th, and I'm gonna catch up on some of the past weeks of material I missed, or things I had already listened to, but you know, mainly things I already listened to but just didn't cover on the channel yet. And this also can kind of get a stop in for me about how reviewing what I thought about these albums on first listen or second listen. So we're gonna start all the way back up from July 11th, 2024. That would be the next Friday after when I dropped, when I kind of dropped off on doing these weekly. But my hope is to get, if I ever do catch up like this, start catching up and just start dropping weekly again. My goal will be to do it by Thursday before the next Friday hits, so I have time to listen to the new albums that come out and stuff like that. I have a lot of time driving around during work. I have a lot of time at home to kind of listen to projects, so that's kind of where most of my time goes. If I'm doing chores around the house, if I'm driving, that's how I kind of squeeze in a lot of these new listens. So July 11th, 2024, I listened to the new Tech 9 album, COSM. It's a collabs album. It's a little long. I think it's over an hour. It has some good highlights though. I would say my peak songs on here I can think of off first listen would be I Got Time Today or Let It Bang. Those two would be good, like play it in a car, get some bass boost on it, it hits. Otherwise I would say pick out your favorites from this album or pick out features that you like the most. Otherwise, on a full listen there was some clowny moments to me, like country rap fusion where there's country rock fusions on some of it that was pretty good, but country rap fusion I'm like, it's not for me, dog. Bando Stone in the New World Gambino album. If you keep up with my channel in the shorts, you would know that I talked about the album's the live concert review I just went to this past week, and that was really cool. He had a lot of cool effects, like Feels Like Summer had like a hazy mist of lasers over the audience. A lot of the songs attached to the album of Bando Stone were very sci-fi, futuristic feel. So he came out in like a spacesuit performing the opener track, Hearts Are Meant to Fly, and had these like laser needle things on the ceiling above the venue, so they would like slowly drop down and like make a picture of his face or make like colors or certain patterns over the stage, which was really cool. And then that album's excellent, one of my favorite albums of the year right now, so I would highly recommend that. I might do a longer channel video on that soon. I just want to go track by track instead of like how I've been doing recently for like Epic Mafia and some other reviews where I just go over the general feel of it. And Denzel Curry, Kings of the Mischievous South, Part 2. This was one that I've seen a lot of love for online, but I didn't like as much as a lot of the critical reception recently. It's a good, like, play around in your car, bang it out, just ride around in summer with it, but to me, like, around half or less than half the album was really what hit for me. I think it's just that Denzel Curry's kind of getting more back in his, like, I'm super masculine, I'll talk about my bitches and stuff bag, and that's not what I really like him the best. I like him on his conscious shit. I like him on his really good groovy songs like Taboo and stuff like that. So this was just going a little further away from my favorites of Denzel Curry, but that's okay because it's still got some good highlights. Then we're cutting all the way to August 2nd. That was the only other time I caught something I really liked from a Friday drop or really paying attention to. Was Casey Musgraves, Deeper Into the Well. She dropped an album earlier this year, Deep in the Well. This was a deluxe version of that album. Good, soothing, sweet listen. I would say it's a good pop indie singer-songwriter album. I like to do the genres on these albums if I can. If you want to recommend it, if genre speaks to you, I'd say go check it out. Denzel Curry just be straight rap, underground rap. Bando Stone, Gambino album would be rap, pop, rock, and some points really electronic, and some points really dancey. Tech 9 album just straight rap, rap rock and rap country in some points, but mainly rap. But the Casey Musgraves album, pretty good. I heard the core of the album. I figured I liked the deluxe songs, and I definitely did. So if you like pop, if you like indie singer-songwriter type music, you like this. Biabadooby is just straight pop artist. I would claim her, at least. This Is How Tomorrow Moves dropped that day as well. I haven't finished it yet. I made it roughly about halfway, if not 3/4 of the album through. It's a good, cool, smooth listen though, from what I've heard of it. I just need to kind of sit down with it and chunk it out in one good listen, because I think it's only like 30-40 minutes long, so it'll be a pretty quick listen whenever I get a full sit down to kind of digest it, because it seems like she has similar topics between songs, so it seems like a at least a somewhat overarching narrative to the album about topic-wise. I just haven't pieced it together yet. Then on August 2nd, I knocked out Lotto, Sugar Honey Iced Tea. Excuse me. 21 songs. It's a little long for a rap album, but generally a good listen. Just like the Tech 9 album, I kind of took out my highlights, and that's kind of where I focused it at. There's some good headphone or car rides listens. It's boppy, it's a little saucy in some points, has some sexual, explicit lyrics, of course. Lotto's always been that way, but some funny, some just a little tongue-in-cheek, you know. Just like with Tech 9 album, I would recommend, just because it's so long, pick out either features like I did, like I cut the Megan Thee Stallion out song, see if I wanted to peek into it. I feel like Megan Thee Stallion kind of floored her on that song. But generally pick out your highlights. I do this with albums that are a little longer, is I'll pick out my highlights and maybe go to a second listen eventually, you know. And then what made me think about catching up on this Friday drop for y'all was I was listening to Logic Ultra 85. I've been following Logic for the better part of about 4 or 5 years now, at least. I really got deep into him with All Day, Every Day, They Gonna Know My Name Until I Fade Away, which comes up on this album in the song Deja Vu, in the chorus. It was definitely a callback to some of his major hits in some ways on 2 or 3 songs. But honestly, the skits are still pretty heavy in the album. It has a 7.5 minute opener, which could be a deterrent for some people. But this really shows to me, honestly, that he's embracing the independent approach to these projects. And this honestly, on second listen, is one of my favorite projects of these Friday drops. So I've talked about today, at least. And one of his favorite projects from him in a while, especially songs like Fear, which is one of the main singles, Garden 3, Interstellar. I mentioned the one that referenced Deja Vu. Even the opener, even though it's a long opener, like 7.5 minutes, really kind of lays down that he's serious about coming back and like coming out of retirement, and really showing that he's like, now that I'm independent, I will get to choose what I want to do, and I'm finally happy with what I'm doing, which is really nice to hear. It really rejuvenates you as a listener to hear that the artists themselves is loving what they've been doing more so than ever now. So even though it's a long listen, I plan on finishing it today, and I would say it's one of my favorite drops by Logic in a while. So if you're somebody who's heard of him, never heard anything by him, but has heard his name around, or if you used to keep up with him but don't anymore, I'd say this is a good jumping off point to get back into him, because he's really having rejuvenated fire under his ass. It's really nice to hear that. Otherwise, there's a few things that kind of dropped around that I already covered through shorts and things like that, if you want to go check it out, like the new King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard album, Flight B741. There's a few things I haven't got to yet, like the new Chloe album. I like Nicki, N-I-K-I, not Nicki Minaj. She hasn't dropped a good album in a while, for me at least. I talked about Vultures 2 in a main channel video on its own. If you want to go back and listen to that, you can kind of my breakdown on that. I didn't like it. That'll be the short of that. I like Orville Peck. I like Tones and I. There's just a few different things on here that I haven't really got to yet, just because so much has dropped this past month or so that I've kind of been backlogged. I've kind of been behind. The new Killer Mike, I'm excited for that. Kesha's eventually going to come out with her new album. I'm excited for that. So yeah, there's a few things dropping this month that I just haven't got to yet, but I might make some more main channel videos on the channel here that aren't shorts to really cover in depth, either by generalized thoughts or track by track basis. And I'll give one more update on this video before I end it off here, is that my plan was to originally get a transcribe for my main channel videos to have captions on them. I don't think I'm going to be able to do that as soon as I would like for main channel videos. I might eventually go back and start updating some of them, or upload. You might see it eventually, some just update of a transcribe on the bottom, like text box, if I finally figure out how to do it. But I'm currently running as a one-man operation for the channel. Outside of I have one person who's helping me do some art for the channel's like either the banner or the profile pic itself. But until that happens, I'm going to be running as a one-man band here. So until I can get the workload settled out to kind of transcribe my videos, I'm very much a person when I make these videos, I kind of just go off the cuff. So far, very little editing. I'm working on some of the videos, editing a little more. But in the next day or two, you're going to see the Brat video uploaded, because I'm taking the advice of Kenny Beats, don't overthink shit, DOTS. I've been overthinking this video for a while, and I would like to move on to the Room Wolf review. So I'm going to do our Friday wrap-up video here, upload this same day of. Tomorrow, I want to have posted the Brat review, because I have it pretty much filmed. I was gonna wait for transcribing, but since it might take a bit longer to really figure out on a one-man operation here, I'm just gonna upload it for you to get content out, and then I'm gonna be working on filming the Remy Wolf album review, and then I'll kind of start hopefully by next Thursday. I want to drop it every Thursday if I can keep on schedule with it. Just pump out these Friday wrap-ups, keep them really off the cuff, so I can have a regular segment on the channel for you guys to follow. If I can't do it weekly, I'll at least try to schedule out, do bi-weekly, and I'll do what I did here on this wrap-up here, is I kind of schedule out within the span of 2 weeks what did I listen to, what did I not cover in a main channel video, things like that. So last thing I'll say here is I appreciate, we're almost at 40 subscribers on the channel. I think we're, as of recording this, we're currently at 38. I didn't really expect it to grow that fast, given that I started uploading videos for the channel about, I'd say, 2.5 months ago now. So thank you so much for the love, for the likes, comments on the videos. Remember to like, comment, subscribe on this one. Leave your comment about what you listened to within the past month and what you loved, what you hated, if you liked or hated anything I mentioned in the video here. Leave a comment if you would like me to review a newer album or an older one. I typically prefer a newer one to keep. I like to keep like kind of the modern music news in the channel, but if you have an older album listen that you listen to frequently or you really are really passionate about and love, I will definitely cover it on the channel if you comment it. So far, anybody has commented an album to be reviewed, I will cover it at some point. If not on the main channel, then on a short. So stick around for that, and I'm happy to have y'all here. Remember to stay cool out here. Like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, it was so hot it overheated my phone on the first recording of this video. So remember to drink water, stay cool, stay inside when you can if it gets up in the 90s, 100s. I love y'all, and I guess I want to start a phrase for the channel, so stay kelpy. That's what I'm going to stay with for now. So stay kelpy. Bye.